Oh, did it really?
Yeah, Florida State's already lost twice.
I thought it was the kickoff. I thought it was like the big grand kickoff thing in Vegas.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Sports Guy. Yeah,
Interesting.
Zach. I don't.
What's
You didn't watch
going on, everybody? It's me, RDV. We're here live for Thursday night Best of the Week stream, joined by Zach, who's early here tonight.
I'm here. I'm here.
You know, the funniest thing I heard about the whole for those who watched the Deadpool Wolverine, they're making fun of Gambit's dialect. He sounds like the dude from Pearl Jam.
Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, Eddie Vedder.
I haven't heard that.
Jeremy Spoken and you put Gambit's accent and just it's basically if Gambit was trying to sing. That's Eddie Vedder.
It's what people sound like. Not everybody, but that's not unusual. Some people are like, "Oh, he sounds like a cartoon." No, people actually talk like that down here.
So what I like is actually the cartoon series, the X-Men cartoon, because he just did a French Canadian accent. That's all he did. He didn't try to like. He threw in some Southern slang in there, but it was you could understand what he was saying. But to be fair though, I could understand what
I could make out most of what he was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
In the movie.
I mean, so
y'all just need to come down and live in Lafayette or Brobridge for like 6 months, and you'll be fine.
If you want to hear a thick like an accent, like a Cajun accent.
Yeah, that's Lafayette.
Go on Waterboy.
Waterboy. Oh yeah, Waterboy.
Zach,
oh yeah. What?
Zach, is it Bow Bridge is out now with all the flooding?
No, it's Brobridge. Not Bow.
Is it Bro Bridge is out because of all the flooding?
Don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Maybe not Bow, but one of them.
I haven't heard anything about Bow Bridges in a while. Jeff has been around doing a lot of stuff, but
Bro Bridge is a city. You're gonna have me saying
I thought he meant both of the bridges. He's just saying Bow because they shorten it.
No, wow. Bro, Breaux. Bro Bridge.
Kansas City already answered.
Matt Riddle Bridges.
Defense is at a premium tonight.
All right. Anyway, what's up on Dead Quinn? What's up with Jay saying comics?
Every time he does that,
yeah. Guns. What? If you watch RoboCop, every time you get to the gun scene in the meth lab.
I've seen RoboCops one time, and that's all I need.
RoboCop.
That's what I said. What I say?
You said RoboCops.
I've seen RoboCop one time.
You should see it more than one time. It's a fun movie.
Well,
hello, Dasuya. Watching from Brazil on Twitch. I hope you don't get caught because. Oh wait! You're not on Twitter. You're not on Twitter.
I was about to say, is Twitter? Is Twitch in the same space as Twitter? Like, is it in the target?
I don't know, but like they're reporting it. Like if you go on X, if you're on in Brazil, the VPN.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Voldemort's in charge over there. Have you seen that guy's picture? He looks just like Voldemort.
Apparently, a couple of the senators there are suing him, so that's going to get interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the other guy. Who's the other guy that just won the election earlier this year?
The guy that's Argentina.
Argentina, okay.
Yeah,
Argentina.
He's straightened that shit out quick.
He went in there like a wrecking ball. Love it.
Miley Cyrus?
No.
Wait, dude! I haven't worn the NRA hat in a good couple months.
It's been a while. It's been a while since you had that hat, I think.
I gotta look for it. I put it away in storage. You know, it was starting to get. I actually had the back part where the strap connected for if you want to adjust it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dasuya, you probably are coming to the wrong place if you want to learn proper English. We aren't exactly the best English speakers right here.
Ignore him.
Just ignore these two.
Speak for yourself.
This side
the three
is
of us
good.
are always grammatically correct.
Well, our half is great. Remember, this guy still says homage. You know
what the hell was that supposed to mean? Oh, homage. Okay.
All right.
Homage. Homage.
Now that everybody is kind of basic in here now.
Javier Millet.
There you go. Javier Millier.
Milwaukee.
You wish Millier was in charge of Milwaukee.
I wish, dude. No, don't make me get the hit waters and the rowboat out. No.
So, Vengman, do you have
Yes.
do you have things to review that will all be surprises to me?
I just read one that I know you didn't get. No, and it was chilling, and it did have Salem in it, so I like that.
Well, I got that.
You got it. You actually got that one.
I got.
I read that.
I had Santos Sisters, which was a complete waste of money. Sabrina and Get Fury, but since I didn't have the rest of the books, I went upstairs and worked on my project some more and didn't read the other two.
Your science project?
No, the cataloging all my books, and what a nightmare.
I started doing that today too. I was going through my collection. I have way too many books.
No, you don't.
All right, so
it just takes way too much time.
The last Sean Phillips connecting cover. Yep. We're Walking Dead. This week's issue of Walking Dead. This is number 96.
Nice.
This is number 1 on the back. So. Alrighty. And then, obviously, I ran into Mark Wade, and he told me not to buy this because he's an asshole. But I got it anyway. I got this smashed issue of Detective Comics, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. I was, I don't like the fact they employed Mark Wade there, and he's an asshole, but it's got Batgirl. I want to read it.
You got Man-Bat. Man-Bat's cooler than Batgirl.
Yeah.
Sexist.
Yeah. Come at me, bro.
I like
That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Is that good? I almost picked it up, but I already had too many books.
Well, let's just say
I didn't.
It's really, really old DC. It's that's actually before Neil Adams, isn't it? Yeah.
No, that is Neil Adams.
Are you sure that's Neil Adams?
Yes, it is Neil Adams.
Like I said, I'm not the biggest Batman person, so I thought he was doing.
That's a Neil Adams cover.
To see. Yeah, story by Frank Robbins, art by Neil Adams and Dick Giordano. You're all right.
And yes, that's the same Frank Robbins that drew The Invaders.
Oh.
He was a writer for years, starting in the Golden Age.
Yep.
That's old.
Like I said, this is a fun book. Looking through it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Everything in here.
Was the Batgirl story Kane or Don Heck?
I don't know. Let me look at the back. The very back. Let's see. It is Gil Kane.
Oh, that's even better.
With Vince Coletta inking.
Yeah, what was that sound you made, Zach?
I was clearing my throat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have been speaking in reverent tones for the great one.
You also get a Snoopy Strikes Again story in here, too.
Sure. Reverent tones.
And for those who are watching on Twitch, our actual place where we stream to is actually on YouTube. So if you haven't gone to on YouTube your account, go to Geeky Puppet Show, subscribe there, and it actually has all our older videos and everything, our live streams. Because Twitch doesn't keep anything; it just erases it after like a couple days.
And if you're new to this channel, Zach unfortunately had long COVID and lost his sense of taste and hasn't recovered it.
Yeah.
Nope. That is true.
Wow, that's kind of a shots fired.
Not really. It's pretty normal.
The other book I got that came out. This is an archive edition of Farscape, the series that came after the show ended. They continued it, going into the Peacekeeper Wars. Don't you go? Yeah.
I have to. That was my ex's favorite show.
Second favorite.
Well, I'll just say this: she may be crazy, but she had decent taste and came to watch the shows.
Second best science fiction program ever, right underneath Babylon 5.
I will say the animatronics and the puppet work on that show was pretty great.
Yes.
And I got to meet Virginia Hay, who was...
Which one is she?
The hot one.
The bald one. The one who was also
the one.
The one who had the shoulder pads and Road Warrior.
She was the one that was blue on the show.
Yeah. No, there was the other girl, the one in the corner there. Wasn't she blue?
Chikari,
the one that looked at the ice girl. She was cuter than the.
Fun fact: the bald one was also in Road Warrior. She had the shoulder pads with spikes into the flare gun.
Is that the original one, Road Warrior?
Did you pick up this the Ryan Parrott Firefly?
No, I need to. I like Ryan Parrott. I want to check that out.
Dude, Farscape was better than Stargate SG-1.
Yeah, but Firefly was better than
they canceled Farscape so they could put on Stargate show. Sorry. So it's what it is.
Stargate was the one with MacGyver, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I remembered one.
They even brought in Ben Bowder and Claudia Black into the show.
Into Stargate?
In Stargate, and a lot of fans were pissed off because they love the pairing of Claudia Black and Ben Browder's characters on Farscape. So when they went there, like Ben Browder was he was kind of fooling around there, kind of like teasing, like, because they're not supposed to like be lovers on that show. He's just like supposed to be another soldier, and she's supposed to be Daniel's love interest on SG-1. So he is like him and Claudia would kind of like would cause riots. They also when they filmed their scenes, they had them separately because they were troublemakers. And they're still best friends to this day. So, but very fun show though. Sadly, Pixel hates it though.
I need to hang out with Pixel more.
Said no one ever.
That's like hanging out with Slender Man. He's got those
Slender Man?
fingers.
No, that's not Slender Man. Salad Fingers. I spend way too much time. I should not know anything about that.
Well, he should. Does he have salad forks too?
No, he just has really weird. I don't even know why they call him Salad Fingers. He just has really creepy fingers. That's all.
He tosses the salad.
Oh.
All right, number 11 for this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're here to talk about comic books. That's right.
The bottom of my pile. I loved it. It's great. But as we were talking to LK in our group the other day, you could tell that the series is coming to an end. Like they wrote this story knowing that he had to recap it up real quick. This probably would have been about 2 more issues of the storyline. You get the Legion versus the JSA. And it's just fun. This is the original cover. It's you get to tell you who I guess it's Mordru? Mordru. And yeah, it's like Superman Legion superheroes. Love this. The story of this basically it tells you a recap of who this person is. Johns does not hold out. He just basically has a big old brawl between these 2 superhero teams.
Well, that's not Johns who's the artist. That's somebody else.
No, but I'm saying is Johns is the one that's coming up with ideas. He's Stan Lee of this. He's making Ditko draw it. No, but yeah, just fun. Overall fun. The ending was kind of weird. They put like Helena is like, well, since you're kind of displaced, we're gonna put you in Mordru. How about you guys go to the Legion in our timeline or whatever. The new JSA in the Legion's timeline. I guess they're 31st century or something. Yeah. So I was like, that's just weird. Seeing the Legion or the JSA of the 31st century, and it says graduation day. The last time I read graduation day was Donna Troy, and she died.
I think that'll be for the the Judy. Like the Boom and the younger sidekicks.
Yeah. So it was fun. Number 10 for this week was Scarlet. I had fun with this issue. This was actually a decent issue. Like, I'm not even gonna address the whole thing with the sisters and all that crap, because if you want to watch that, people talk about that, about they're supposed to be lesbians, but she's not allowed to write it. Go watch Wes. Go watch Nerdrotic, if he's even covering this. I don't know if he does cover comic books anymore.
I think JD, what's his name? John Della Rose was talking about that a lot.
Don't take it personally. Just review the book.
Who's JDA? I don't know who that is. I blocked him out of my life 3 years ago. Anyway, no. I had fun with this. This was, like I said, this was basically them two basically being reunited, and they both. She learns out that that Jinx was working undercover the whole time. All this, and at the end of this, Jinx says, like, I can't leave with you at the end of this mission. I have to stay with this crew, with the Storm Shadow. And they're trying to basically, she believes that this group that she's with, clan she's with, will basically be an ally against Cobra, which is basically been an upcoming rising up powerful enemy. You get a lot of good art in here, better than it's been. Storm Shadow gets to kick ass, and Storm Shadow gets his sword. Which will he become evil? Or
I bet it's an Energon sword.
That's what it looks like. It's glowing. Yeah, destined to. So it is available to silver light, the power of it, and the feeling as destined for my hand, destined to rule all. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about G.I. Joe. I always thought that Storm Shadow was a villain on Cobra's side, but maybe I'm wrong. Because we have Snake Eyes is the good version. I thought Storm Shadow was the villain.
He was in the regular Real American Hero comic. He has changed sides, so I don't know if it's something to do with his ninja clan or what. But
I don't know where they're going with this. But it's okay.
You know who else doesn't know much about G.I. Joe? Kelly Thompson.
Sure. Alrighty. You guys are picking up. Anyone else? I'm the only one for my number 8. Actually, number 9, I should say. If you're not picking this up, you're missing out. Good story. Tom Sinowski and Jeannie Atkinson. They had Daniel Mann doing the art and the interior. This is issue number 4 of Vampirella. Dark Reflections. Lilith, the daughter of a Vampirella from an alternate universe, basically is sent to this reality to free it and stop this entity that defeated the Chaos Lords, and is basically going to use this transdimensional ship that she came there on to try and go through the other worlds. And Lilith basically plots with the Resistance, while Vampirella remembers her past about how this bitch pretty much killed her family, her 2 kids and her husband. So now she's got renewed vigor, and they're gonna work together. And we find out that what's the guy that was the warlock, the wizard that was always with her? Do you remember what his name was?
Pendragon?
Pendragon is still alive.
Well, he wasn't really a wizard. He was a dime store magician and a drunk in the old magazines.
He survived. He's a talking head in the box.
What's in the box?
Pendragon. Pendragon the box. Yeah. So he's gonna help them, and they're gonna destroy this demon together. Next issue. All right. Speaking of battling demons, for number 8 is Red Sonja, Twan Grunbeck. We got the variant by the interior artist Walter Giovanni. Right now, it's a battle of the gods versus Kulan Gath, who has taken over the power of death. Stolen death's power, and he's waging a war against gods. Not Vampiro, but Red Sonja's caught in the middle of it. Opens right up with cheesecake. I think they're learning on Dynamite that who they're selling it to. They're not selling it to women who don't read the books. They're selling it to guys who actually like women, not the guys who like guys who don't read the book. So basically, she's caught in this dream where she doesn't know where she is. She kind of is, yeah, but she's learning. Whenever she sees someone, she's like, okay, I killed this person already. She remembers how she killed that person. She's kind of breaking free from the grasp. Death's soul, basically his essence, has been taken by Kulan Gath, and Sonya is trying to help him restore it. So kind of, like I said, the art is exceptionally great in here. I love this Walter Giovanni's art for Red Sonja. Storytelling is pretty cool. Keep getting this advertising all the Dynamite. I'm gonna have to check this out apparently because they really want me to. And also because it's not Marvel or DC. So just having fun with this, I guess. Like here, like she goes, like she basically in order to basically she fought the guy in the beginning because she wanted to get coin, so she could have, just get drunk and eat, and then he's in his room for an inn. She goes to the innkeeper. He's like, hey, no more free drinks. She's like, either pay or he's like, you can pay or you can lay. And he's like, what do you? And she's like, you don't basically trust me. He's like, no, it's like, and she sees his death. I love that. So she says that. So he's like, little does he know, 4 years from now, he heart fails, or particularly of tiresome bowel movement. He's not falling for several days. Like, so I think that's kind of funny. He gets his karma eventually, but meanwhile, the gods are basically fighting. And then, of course, because there's always that one Zeus daddy kind of god sees the other goddess down here, and all he thinks about now is he's distracted because he wants to lay with this new goddess. Kind of messed up. And then we got Kulan Gath, who's basically toying with Red Sonja. So, like I said, if you're a Red Sonja fan, I don't know if this is different from the Marvel, obviously. The Marvel Red Sonja is different from the Dynamite version. This is basically the version.
Yeah.
If you read the 2005 series, then went for like 80 issues, this is the same continuation of that story. It's just been writing her. It's been great. And, yeah. Of course, they also they want me to read Barbarella by Blake Northcott. It keeps popping up as well.
Hey, Blake Northcott's got a new book coming out? About dang time. Where's she been?
I read a couple first issues of that Barbarella, and I didn't like. I don't know if it's the same run, but I didn't like it.
No, this is a brand new issue by Blake Northcott. The other ones was done by someone who can't write.
Blake Northcott's good.
No, yeah.
She did 2 issues of Catwoman right before Ram V took over, and they were really fun 2 issues.
So the way to describe this is basically hot redhead, looks good, decapitates people, dismembers them, and pisses off the evil sorcerer. And then the gods also want her dead too. So
Torm Grumbeck must be able to navigate comic book politics really well, because she seems pretty normal.
Yeah.
And the normal women in comics really do get pushed to the side.
They really do.
Because where's Joel Jones? Where's Blake Northcott? She hasn't got any mainstream work since those 2 Catwomans.
I was gonna say, she did the Catwoman, and then she was gone. She probably didn't get along with the other girl. The other girl was getting along with her. Megan Fitzmartin didn't like her because
Blake Northcott's an editor at Massive. I don't know what that is. Is that a video
game? Massive is another.
Massive. They did that. They did the Popeye comic that came out last week.
Oh,
probably why she's getting shoved off the side is because she does a good job, and they're afraid that everyone's going to.
Oh yeah, she doesn't hate men.
She's got a family.
Yeah, so that's. Because I said it. This industry really has been hijacked by the weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's why your boy Jeff went off to start his own thing that he offered to DC, and they didn't take it. That still just blows me away. As bad as DC is, pretty much across the board.
Number 7. A new Conan series by Jim Zub. And it's a basic Conan event, and it's gonna be a cross-dimensional team up, and Solomon Kane is on the team.
Yeah, Mr. Northcott might have a problem with that.
Maybe.
I don't know. It
seems like he would.
I said, the art is great in here too. Starts out with basically Conan. He basically keeps seeing this symbol, and it's pissing him off because he gets all he is. Once you see it, he can't get rid of it. This is the sunlight there, the little thing symbol there. It's a cross, and he found it after killing this they call him Pict. That's I guess another clan. And,
Picts. Yeah, the Picts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come
like
from.
Early British natives.
So he finds that this little album or amulet, and ever since then it starts slowly driving him insane. And meanwhile, in the 1920s or 30s, you got these two basically thrill seekers come to this secret club down here, basically, and they meet this guy, and they ask him about this he has a truth, about this symbol they've never seen, hieroglyphic they found in this cave, and he starts freaking out. And now he's connected to basically he's the first person you come across. Conan just found it, the symbol. We get to see Conan basically kicking some ass, but then we go to 1936. So, and we're just getting it. It's basically like a world building. Just basically you're introduced to all the players are going to be in this. And then we go to France, 1522. A bandit woman, basically a thief. She's going to be part of this too as well. And then we get introduced to Solomon Kane.
Solomon
with his pagan beating stick. He beats pagans with it. I don't know. The writer, ends up they talk about him, and then eventually they all start freaking out because the stone that in the 1920s the guy has that starts making noise. People start freaking out at this. They have visions of plague upon the from power behind. They basically have terror, death, despair. Conan he knows he's being chased. He follows the symbol. He says it basically becomes less man and more instinct, and it comes across these Pict that are no longer men; they're more like ghouls. This cave, and starts decapitating him, and he realizes he's like, maybe I'm a little over my head because these guys, I'm one man against an army. But then the writer appears in this vision, and they start like deteriorating before his eyes. Everyone basically is starting having a headache. I mean, he was part of it. So, nice little team book. I never would have thought I'd have a Conan team book. No. I mean, it's kind of ghoulish. No, it's not Doug Braithwaite, the guy who does the other book, the artist. But no, it's actually pretty cool. So, and of course, the event reading order is on the back. Yep. There you go. Probably I think it's gonna be one of the better events that's coming out. Well, that's it, especially for an event that's self-contained. It's not from one of the big companies. Titan is slowly turning into a good company for stuff. All right, number 6 for this week. Very, very fun. You get a brand new story by the writer of Sonic Boom and also the Archie Sonics, Ian Flynn. Zach's like, who the heck's that?
I know who Ian Flynn is.
Yeah.
I don't know who Ian Flynn is.
Dude, do I talk to the guy?
Again, the two of us know how to properly pronounce words. You and Geekeasy are a different ballgame.
I've never heard anybody say his name before. Okay.
Everyone whose name is IAN is Ian. There's no Ian.
Okay, they're telling that to Shaniquas and all the other people have weird names, okay? Everybody, dude, I've met people where they spell their name and it's normally supposed to have 4 letters and it's only 3 letters.
Okay, but we're talking about Ian. We're not talking about all those other people. We're talking about Ian.
Okay, I'm sure there's out there someone who pronounces his name Ian.
Ian Ziering.
Yep. Anyway. Before I was interrogated by.
I was just laughing. That's all.
Okay. No, it's just fun. You also get you some backup stories here too, some older stories. And I had no idea that I was supposed to be Aunt Hilda. I was wondering who the guy in the drag was. I was scared to read this because it really looks like a dude. I thought it was Jughead at first, the wig on, but apparently that's Aunt Hilda. We do get an Archie story at the very end though, which is really really cool. I was not expecting an Archie story in this, but yeah, Sabrina Strangelove. She sees Harvey with another girl, and that's apparently it's Ethel. I thought Ethel was fat, but apparently that's
Ethel had one giant beaver tooth.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, it's the giant beaver tooth.
Yeah.
So I'm not an Archie historian, so I'm slowly dipping my toes into the older Archie books.
When they made the Archie movie in 1990, Ethel came back after being gone, and she was a smoke show.
Yeah. So then I think she puts a spell on Archie to make Harvey jealous, but then Veronica comes there and just is a whole fight, you know. But very very fun. Like I said, if you're looking for an Archie book or you just a Sabrina book that's not crap, check this out.
Check it out.
All right, Zach. Number 5 this week is
what song was that from?
I don't know.
Beastie
I
Boys.
just made it up. Oh, was that somebody? Oh, was that actually Beastie Boys? Oh,
yeah. Check it out.
I just made that up on the spot.
You probably heard it somewhere, but
maybe.
Number 5 this week. Actually, this has been a really fun series. This was supposed to come out before season 2, which just ended a couple of months ago. Normally, I would expect something really bad in here, but it's basically about the story about Amazo. The Amazo robot actually is sentient, and Waller wants control of it. Yes, Amanda Waller is the bad guy. She was in the series too, as well. She's since this first season. So Waller is everywhere. But this Waller, surprising. But honestly though, this Waller is less annoying than the one that's in the current DC events. Basically, the Kents we're gonna have Christmas. They're there with Lois and Jimmy, and then the Mazo robot, who basically is learning about tinsel. He's learning stuff. He's basically like a big kid, or learning stuff. And learning more about him. He shares, and they have a shared vision about where he's from, his creators. So it's one mystery, but because the element they got from him, he knows he's some alien entity or something like that. They use to basically to either build him, but it's got humor. It's an action. Like I said, I actually have fun with this. This is actually better than the actual TV show. The TV show changed it, but then I realized you also got to realize too. Like, I'm gonna be 40 next year, and I'm not gonna nitpick a show that's meant for kids. That's actually like, it may not be the same characters, but it's not like the biggest thing I had probably that cartoon show was Lois, her reaction to Clark finding out the Clark secret. Other than that, the show actually picked up and was actually really good. But anyway, though, it's a good book. Number 4 for this week is The Ultimates. Number 4.
Ah, nice ranking.
Yes,
nice rank spot.
Was that on purpose?
At last minute, I originally had it up a little higher, but then I thought about. I was looking at the titles. I'm making like the one I have for now. I put in a spot for number 3 is actually I like it a lot more. But this was very very heart-wrenching issue. Learning about what the maker did, the Reed Richards of this universe, what the Fantasy Fair was supposed to be. You see him having flashbacks throughout this whole entire book here. Learning just how horrible of an ending each of the Fantastic Four members had. The would-be thing, is just sad. So this Reed Richards basically was kidnapped by the maker, and the maker basically hates Reed so much. The dude just does not like any other Reed Richards. So he basically turns him into Doctor Doom, tortures him, destroys his face, and then and says, "Your name's Doom. You are Doom," and that's all you ever bring is Doom to everybody. The maker is one evil fuck in this.
He really is, though.
But meanwhile, also because the Thing, he was Ben was supposed to be the Thing. Instead, he just committed suicide, jumped to his death.
He committed suicide in a rock quarry, didn't he?
Yeah, and it looks like the Thing. Same kind of rocks he would have been.
Yeah.
Johnny caught on fire inside the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and then Sue dies of cancer from the radiation from the cosmic rays.
Yeah,
it is just horrible. Like I said, he takes him out of the prison, and just tortures him for no reason. And Reed has no idea who this person is. All he knows is he's being tortured. At the end, though, it looks like I think this Reed Richards, who basically is going to be. He's trying to recreate what would be.
Yeah.
He's gonna recreate the Fantastic Four on what they're supposed to be, and I don't know if he's gonna go evil or what, but they're not supposed to use time travel because the last time they did it, they killed a bunch of people, and I feel like this Reed's, no matter what he's gonna do, he's gonna try to find a way to go back in time and change the events. Basically, they can all become what they're supposed to be because he feels incomplete. Number 3, fantastic issue of Rook Exodus. Literally became the Lion King in the middle of this. Do you read this? You read this, right? So you don't talk about.
I read it. Yeah.
He wakes up. He wakes up, and Pumbaa's talking to him.
Sure wish I could have read it.
You know what? For that, I won't talk about the whole entire book.
Oh, go ahead. I've never cared about spoilers. I'm not E.
I thought you were the other contrarian who does the other channel who gets upset.
Oh God, no! I said you could read it to me, and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't affect my enjoyment next week.
You know what's funny about this? I was reading the book, and I'm like, oh, there's only 3 Ks. I was hoping for a 4th K. Well, wait, there are 4 Ks.
There are 4 Ks.
Where the fuck is 4K?
That's what I hear when I read these now.
And do you, every time that you read New York City, does it go through your head?
It does.
Do you put "and" in front of "friend" every time you read one?
When I'm somewhere in conversation says the city, I'm like, God.
I know it's.
It's just drilled into me.
Do you DM people after you see them type master work or master storyteller and say, you mean governor?
Were you watching it last night, Zach?
No, I was not last night. I was at church last night.
I once yelled governor across the room.
Venkman and I made people that had no idea we were talking about say governor instead of master.
But this was a fantastic issue. Like I said, this guy is. You learn more about himself, his dad. This really feels like Interstellar to me.
Is there a guest artist on that book this month?
I think it's still Jason Fabok, isn't it?
No, it's with Brad Anderson do the coloring. Because I don't know if there's someone else.
Okay, because that picture, the of the guy, it didn't quite look like Fabok, but
no, like I said, Honestly, like I said, this is getting way better. Like, when I think of the movie Interstellar, where he has flashbacks to the farm, and he goes in space. Now he's remembering things about his dad, about the farm, and then just like how he was like the 10th generation, and like people said that his dad was the one reason. Wasn't as new, but in the very beginning, we were learning about how his dad, there was a fire, and then he left because he didn't want to deal with it because the farm was dying, Earth was dying, so he wanted to go space to flee. And he's learning more about that. He's remembering things. And he's like, no matter what happens, like in all these fever dream or from drowning or whatever, my dad did not just burn down the farm. My dad is the type of person that would basically save all the animals and risk his life. But like I said, the art here is just phenomenal. Every time I see the helmets, man, or I see the boar, or just the birds, all that stuff, it's just great. And honestly, I can't wait. That's like the last page, yeah. I love this when they do like boxing references.
The brawl for it all.
Number 2 for this week. This shot up high on my list after I read it. Dark Empty Void.
Oh, good.
I really like this. But a guy basically they're working on a black hole, trying to with the secret government thing facility. Then someone comes out of it. The girl comes out of it. He ends up being introduced to his ex-wife, who is a psychologist. Just has her own theories and stuff. Just does lectures, and you find out, just like every criminal Brubaker book, she's an alcoholic, and she's watching her wedding video.
Sweet.
Yeah. She gets a call from him, and he says, "I need you there." And he's like, "Oh wait, you remember our anniversary?" He's like, "No, bitch, shut up. I need you to come down here to Antarctica. The basically here to help to talk to this person." Like, what? So actually, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not Antarctica, Alaska. I mean, what's the difference anyway? Going into a wasteland of snow and ice and death. But what's up?
No, I was just say you could ask Jeff that.
Well, maybe his internet cut out. I know his cable's cutting out.
Well, so since he literally is in Alaska,
that we know of, we've never seen the snow outside his house.
He's still in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
he'd probably step out on the balcony to have a smoky treat. That'd be my guess.
Probably.
Overall, like I said, this is really cool. And especially, like I said, this just really, Zach Kaplan is a fantastic writer when he writes these sci-fi stuff like this. I love this. Go read Eclipse. That was another one to deal with it, and you can probably say it's global warming, but the sun basically was the point where the Earth was so close to the sun. If you went on the Earth's sun, without protection, you would melt or set on fire. So they wear snows. They are the spacesuits, but they have like refrigerations, so they keep them cool.
So that was really good, right?
I like this. Yeah.
Zach, are you reading this?
No, I am not.
Of course not.
No,
it's even got your namesake writing it. What's it going to take for you to introduce quality into your life?
I have lots of quality, sir.
In your comics.
And of course, number 1 is Get Fury.
Hey, Zach, you reading Get Fury?
No.
Of course not.
So I didn't realize this was a third installment of like a series.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I'm gonna go back at it. You have the first one being with what's it called? Fury Max, which is a 13 issue, and then you have Punisher Max, the Platoon, which is another.
I think the Fury one's called My War.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I'm excited to go track those and then read those. But
the only problem with this, the other two,
yeah,
Goran Parloff, and this guy's a good artist. Whoever this is.
Oh yeah.
Goran Parloff is phenomenal.
He did a Mark Millar book actually.
So this
Starlight.
The artist on here is Jason Burrows.
Parloff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Jason Burrows is the artist for this, and he's
worked in your relationship to Boris.
Go have another smoke, bro.
Okay.
Jason Burrows, you should recognize that because he did Punisher, with the omnibus, with Welcome Back Frank and all that stuff. Pretty sure it was Jason Burrows doing the art on there with Garth Ennis. I know they did team me up on the actual ongoing series.
The one that I love, the story that I love is Steve Dillon. So it's I can't picture anybody else right now.
But Steve Dillon, does he do the one with the Welcome Back Frank with the Russian?
Yes.
Okay. So every time because when now I got flashback.
He did Preacher for Vertigo. Unfortunately died a few years ago.
Yep. So honestly, this is actually pretty cool. Yeah, and then they talk in the notes here, you get to read this stuff. They talk about the NAM in here and stuff. And they also talk about the previous books and stuff. So so the preview for next week or next week or next month's. Then what's up?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then the Red Band edition coming up with Blade #1.
Oh.
Yes, I asked them to put that on my pull list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was going to say to Zach, the problem with Goran Parloff doing Starlight, was his strength is drawing just like, man, how do I put this delicately? Bimbos, side pieces, arm candy.
Yeah.
And so Millar hired him to do the most wholesome comic he's ever written.
You're right. That is kind of funny.
I also picked up this.
Oh.
I want to go get apparently in 2017 there's an omnibus that came out, or 2018 that collects the whole entire thing. This is only the first 13 issues. Apparently there's like 24 or 25 for lines.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah. But $10, Zach. $10 of this.
Oh, I love them. I love those little things. My shop just hasn't gotten any that I'm interested in yet.
It is.
They had the Court of Owls, but then somebody bought it, so I'm waiting for them to get another one.
I mean, when they give her a butt, Poison Ivy.
That's a bakery's worth of cake right there, man.
I mean, they don't
draw her like that no more.
No more.
Oh my God!
No more.
Did you see Zach's video on
Harley Quinn and the Butterface?
Yes, I was just gonna bring that up.
God, that art.
Saw it earlier today. That is something, man.
That was funnier than hell.
That was pretty funny, but yeah, he's not wrong.
Honestly, this is really good. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to reading this.
Remember when Harley Quinn was dating Booster Gold and everybody lost their minds?
I didn't actually mind that pairing.
I didn't mind either. I thought it fit.
I also picked up this as a back issue. Was World's Finest.
Oh, look at the tiny little back issue.
Yeah.
Sometimes known as paperbacks, but
yeah. Yep. The day Superman betrayed Batman.
The Menace of the Atom Governor.
Yep. Destroyer of Krypton. Batman, son of Krypton.
Batman, son of Krypton.
or as what's his name in Superman the movie called it, Krypton.
And then real quick, I'll go through the back issues, and whoever wants to go next can go next. Mickey Spillane's Mike Danger, part 1 of 3. These are 50 cents. Never heard of these. I don't know if they're any good.
Mike Danger was his character that basically evolved into Mike Hammer.
This is Max Allan Collins. And
because Max Allan Collins and Mickey Spillane became good friends late in Spillane's life.
Yep.
And he got Collins to finish 7 or 8 books that he'd started, but didn't. He had like outlines for, and Collins wrote them for him.
Techno.com or comics, whatever. Techno Comics. Peter Grau, and then Steve Laiola and Walter Simonson. So I was like, why not?
Yeah, the first series, I think there were 2 series.
Yeah,
there was Eduardo Barreto did the art on one of them.
Yeah, that's the one I got here, number 6.
He's a fantastic artist. Unfortunately, he died of cancer, I think, about 12 years ago.
They all die early. Hoover died of cancer, and then you had Michael Turner. Early.
Al Rio killed himself, unfortunately. Self-deleted.
So
we have to say.
So I have issue 6 and issue 9 of Eduardo Barreto.
You can tell that's a Simonson cover.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. So I think I got 3 different things. This is a mini series. And then I got this is the Simonson Peter Grau, which is basically so the miniseries goes into this. Maybe I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Miranda's right. That was Wes.
Wes did the Butterface,
Yeah.
not Zach.
Thinking critical.
I gotta find the other 3 issues. Good Titan Comics, man. I want some more Fighting American. And this is a wrap-run cover too. It's really cool.
You could probably find a trade of that because those were published in the late 40s, early 50s or whatever originally, and then somebody reprinted them in the 60s.
So fine. I'm not surprised. This is a DC. This is actually from 1987 though. That's why it's a good DC book. I'd be scared if it came out today. Silverblade, the motion picture.
I've never read that.
Neither have I. Like I said, I love my dog.
Writer?
Who was the writer on this?
Was it Don McGregor?
It says Bates, Cullen, and Mitchell.
Oh, Carrie Bates. Okay, because who the hell is it? Don McGregor and Gene Colan did a 4-issue miniseries in the 80s for DC called Nathaniel Dusk.
Gene
who was a private eye in the late 30s, which you would like.
I saw Gene Colan and Klaus Janson. I didn't care who was writing it. But I said, those guys are fantastic artists. Dude, like I said, I love going through my dollar bins because you find a lot of cool stuff. Yep. And here's number 3 of that. Yeah. I love finding old stuff like this. And then adding to my ever-growing Punisher collection, Back to School special.
Boy, that wasn't on the nose for when you showed that yesterday, was it?
Why?
What was it, Tuesday that happened, or was it
yesterday? There was a shooting on the first day of school.
Oh, I don't follow the news anymore.
Yeah. 4 dead, 30 wounded. Guess, and the shooter, 14.
And the FBI knew about it too, or knew about him.
Well, I don't know about that.
And he thought he was a girl.
His dad knew the kid had a weapon, so the dad got arrested today. Good for them.
All right, and then we have Janky Jurgens. All right, I'm sorry. Is it John K or Janke?
Janky?
Janke.
I've never heard it pronounced, so I don't know.
See, thank you very much. That's why I asked Zach, because apparently
I'm not out to get you. I'm just
kind of janky, don't you think?
Yeah. Jurgens, Kessel, Macklin, Messner, Lobes, Ordway, Parks, Rodier, Rubenstein, Scott, and then Williams, Walt Simonson. Then you have Roger Stern and Kurt Swan all on this Legacy of Superman. Yeah. 64 pages. It's really cool. And only $1.
Those are the things I miss.
I mean, I'm getting it for $1. It originally was $2.50.
Which I'm guessing is what I paid for it the
Probably.
first time.
All right, Zach should like these. Number 3 of Heroes of Hire.
Hey, I read that series. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool series. What issue was that?
That was number 3.
That was number 3? Okay. Yeah, because when you get further into it, She-Hulk joins, and it's like fourth wall breaking She-Hulk, which is always fun to read.
Then here's 6. So
that was an interesting time.
7
to be a Marvel reader.
It's very 90s.
Well, it was after they'd almost gone bankrupt, after they'd sold the characters or licensed them to Image. And so these were some of the things that popped up around the time that the heroes were coming back. And Marvel got real good again for a few years, and this is one of them.
They just found the Punisher. God help them. That's all I know. I mean, Punisher has sweatpants on. You cannot tell me that those are normal pants. He looks like he just put his t-shirt on. He's got his jammies on, his onesies, and now he's gonna kick some ass.
Holy shit! Tucker missed a field goal.
Well, I didn't know Tucker Carlson played football.
Before
That's why he missed it.
Before Butker became the best kicker in football, Justin Tucker was the best kicker in football for about 6 years.
Do you say Butker?
Yeah, that's the Chiefs kicker that made the speech that pissed off the left because you mentioned Christian values.
All right,
Out of Christian school.
The guy who just signed for like this huge amount of money.
Biggest contract ever for a kicker.
Biggest kicker contract, yeah.
All right, and then we also have this part 1 of the Siege of Wondergore, or part 1 of 5, I should say.
Golly, how many more you got? Jeez. Hey, yeah, there's She-Hulk.
She was on the last one too.
Thank you for paying attention. We're gonna have a quiz. There's gonna be a quiz on this later on.
I've actually read these.
What's Black Lightning doing on the cover?
I don't know.
He's blocking bullets with his hands, like a boss.
Yep. And that's it for back issues.
1 hour later.
Well, wait. You said an hour later? Okay, wait 4 minutes. We're just sit here and stare at me.
I'm rounding up.
Do you do that when you go to the Taco Bell? Do you want to round up 90 cents the pay?
Nope.
Donate to the kids' scholarship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Tell them, let them die.
I'm like, if my total is 1901, you're getting 1901. You're not getting an extra $1 out of me.
Why?
How about we round down?
Yeah. Can you round down for the Save My Money?
Well, we know who Ebenezer Scrooge is going to be in this year's Christmas Carol reading.
You know what?
Mr.
Screw those kids.
Pennypinchers.
Think they can take loans and then we got to pay them?
They're sick children.
Glenzer, I think
they're college.
I think you're still going to be safe.
I didn't think about sick children unless they're sick and they're going to college. No,
it's usually not. Like I don't know about the ones where you're at, but the ones I'm at are like for the what is it? The cancer, the children's cancer.
Okay, so the Taco Bells by me are like, oh, can it go pay towards their college education?
Oh no.
And I'm like, no.
St. Jude, that's what it was. The ones down by me.
I don't like St. Jude either. Jude. They're democratic.
It's children's cancer care.
Hey, I'm all for children's cancer.
Oh man. Hey, hey Patrick. The guys in the white jerseys aren't who you thought to.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Zach, can you check this out? They got Mountain Dew.
Man, I haven't had soda. Actually, I did have a soda.
Star Spangled Splash. I've never even heard of this before.
What does that one taste like? It looks like Code Red.
Red berry flavor.
Red berry. If it's not Code Red,
they had a Liberty Dew there though too.
Or Maui Blast, the Maui Blast one. I remember.
Maui.
The pineapple one.
All right, Brain, you want to come on and show off your books?
I don't have anything. I truly don't.
You didn't get books.
I know, so we can just go back through. But no, you can show off the Iron Man book you're reading, sir. I told you. I want to see those things.
I'm not. What Iron Man book?
The one you were reading 2 nights ago during the live stream.
Oh, those are already filed away.
Oh, you filed away? See? Alrighty.
I am a model of efficiency now.
All right, kids. Who wants to go next?
I can go, or whatever.
All right, see ya.
See you later.
All right, I've got 9 for new stuff, and then some
you
back
guys
issues.
You guys all had like huge weeks. I'm sitting over here with like 6 books.
You said Zach's favorite word. 9.
9. Okay, number 9. Paul is dead. Whoops. The First Americans. Number 2. The reason I got this is because the artist here on this is local. He's from a town, the little suburb of Anchorage called Eagle River. Pretty cool guy. And does the art in here is just incredible. Number 8. I started back up on this again. I don't know why. Thinking about just stopping again because it's still Zdarsky doing Batman.
I could tell you why, but you already know.
Yeah. 7. Moon Knight annual number 1.
Fun book.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, but it's just being kind of switching back and forth between his.
And they really whitewashed Colleen Wing.
Oh, was Colleen in that one? I didn't pick it up because it's not Jim McKay.
It's Colleen Wing on the cover there. She gets Infinity. She gets the Infinity Stones are being cast out again because Marvel's out of ideas.
They're back.
She has the Soul Stone.
Okay.
Or the Mind Stone, whatever, you know.
I just know Jim McKay wasn't writing it, so I didn't.
Who is writing it though? Because I thought it was actually a pretty decent story.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare
was
yeah, it was the villain.
Waters.
Dan Waters.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It was actually pretty decent. I was like, man, I kind of regret not picking it up, but like, it's a one and done story. So.
Okay. 5. I think this is 5. The Incredible Hulk with the Disco Dazzler variant. And last time I checked, that doesn't look like Dazzler. But maybe that's just me. I'm really thinking about dropping this title. Because it's just, they're just getting into this way too out there stuff. And the art is still just horrible. I can't deal with how bad the art is on this thing. I mean, it's better than the Starship Hulk series that they had, but not much. Okay, so number 5, and this wasn't intentional. Get to it. We went over that. You guys went over that. I liked it. And it looks like it's... I sort of did like how Fury was just... You know, once he got out, he was just like, I'm gonna kill these people. I'm gonna strangle them with their guts. You know, just kind of. It was really kind of fun. And then 4. Number 4. Good series. Number 3, yes, Rook. I loved this series. This issue it was more of a character development thing, which actually had some action in it too, which you normally don't get because usually when they do a character building one, they don't do any action. But it had character building and moved the plot along. Number 2, The Farscape. Had to get that.
Which is that the archive or is that the 25th anniversary?
Yeah, it's the 25th anniversary special.
Ooh. Yeah, I passed up. Scenic Race is on that, and a few other ones I don't care for. Yeah.
I should
Good
get
luck.
the other one.
It's like I got the one I've read before. It was archive collected.
I do need to go get that one as well. I didn't realize there were 2 separate ones.
Yep.
And number 1, this was a blind buy, which I was like, okay, I'll pick this up. And it's a Lemire book, and I'm for me, Lemire is either hot or cold. Mostly cold for me on a lot of stuff, but very good. It's Minor Arcana. And it was really good. Except it has this really kind of ugh art in it. But it's a woman who comes back to town because her mom is dying from cancer. Her mom's kind of an alkie and is dying of cancer, and it was a psychic who basically just bilked people for money. And this girl, her life was just horrible because things had fallen apart in the city, and she's coming back into the town. And to take care of her mom, and she's been having these dreams, and so she's, you sort of heard the story of stuff like that before, but she does a reading for a friend of her mom's, and things start to happen. So it looks like it's going to be really good. But we had, I got a couple of stuff in the mail that I thought I'd show because actually I think I got this and this. They're both trade paperbacks at my shop. I'd never heard of Dead by Daylight, but it's pretty good so far.
Dead by Daylight.
I think it's based.
I think it's based off. It's got to be based off the video game.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And then the Bloody Dozen.
I keep seeing that one. Okay. I see that one at my comic shop. It's been up on the shelf for a few weeks.
I always get confused with there's another book called Almost Dead, which is about the girl who somehow stumbles through a zombie apocalypse and doesn't get eaten.
But this one, they get sent up to. There's a bunch of vampires in, like, being held prisoners up in a thing up by the sun, and they escape. So these people have to go up and try and take back the station. And I got this right here, Frank Miller, Sin City, number 3. There's only $6.95. I got number 2 as well. I haven't finished this one yet, but they had 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I bought number 2. Liked it, which was 2 is a Dame to Die For, and this is the Big Fat Kill. I will once I get some more money, I'll get the other ones. And then Breen, you'll like this. The Beyond, it's from 1954 to 56. It's volume 6. And it has the...
Cool.
Yeah, and it's not as... It's, one of the rip-off ones of the EC stuff. So they're not as good, but it's still really good.
Oh, I've read those.
So you know what I mean? I mean, they're pretty good.
Everything was a pale imitation of EC, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're bad, by the way.
Right.
But, a couple of other things I got. I found this at the half price store. Never been a really big fan of the Shadow. I don't know anything about him, but this was a good book.
He knows things.
Yes. This very good book. Hardback. Have you read it?
I'm not a big Neil Gaiman fan, so I kind of avoid anything, even if it's an IP I love.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the art in here is it's Andy Kubert art, and it's just incredible. It's basically his he's having a funeral in Crime Alley, and all these different people show up, like Selena Kyle, and this is back in the 30s, and so she shows up, and like there's the Joker, all these different people, and they're talking about how they met Batman and how he met what he meant to him and how they died, how he died with them, and like one of them was saving a baby, and the other one, and it all leads up to a little message and on it. And Batman's talking to his mom. Really good book. And then this was I got with the horror one. Bunch of influencers to go out to do a see if they could survive out in the wilderness with like a Bear Grylls type guy. Plane crashes, and they're being attacked by a guy by the name of Skinner, who kills people. And they've just got some really good. The art on here is just spectacular. And they are very, very hard on the influencers. There's this one who's this, kind of an evangelical influencer type. She gets killed first, right in the middle of of her little speech. I thought it was kind of funny. And then here's one that I found, which I had to get. Curse words, the whole thing. Hardback, $40. I don't think I haven't read it, any of the stuff, but it sounds like a good story. And if I got the whole series in a hardback thing for $40, I couldn't turn it down. And then my last thing I got, these have been over a few weeks. Fall of the Mutants. And so, classic, what do you call it? Mohawk Storm, Powerless Storm. Oh, and I got, have you ever heard of Ariana?
Yeah, she was like a Spider Girl-ish character.
Yeah, the first series was really good. Paul Tobin wrote it, and it was her and her dad.
Yes.
And the dad was not abusive. He wasn't evil right winger.
Yeah.
Kill all mutants. Yeah, great father-daughter dynamic.
And it's that way in this one too.
Good.
I had it they had all 12 of them in a bag because my shop was having a August sale. First week was $4 per, then 321, and then 50 cents for last week. This was in one bag that said $14. I got the bag for 50 cents. So I got all 12 of these for 50 cents. And I've read the first two, and it's great. I love the relationship between her and the father because really, really supportive and, really just fun. And I also got the Olympus Heights. I don't know if you ever heard of it. 4-issue run, and they're all 4 of them in one, and got that in for 50 cents each as well. I mean, not each, but total. And then I had to get the Hulk versus the Thor. But that's all of it for this week.
All right, Zach. How are you going to follow that up?
With the least amount of... That's what we should do. We should do smallest to biggest with the take-homes. Because, I've got just, this little handful of books right here.
That's what she said.
A little handful of books?
Oh, smallest to biggest.
Okay. Let's see. In no particular order, we've got Scarlet, issue number 4. Probably the best issue of Scarlet so far.
And the best cover.
The cover's all right. It's not my personal favorite.
I love snow on anything I read.
So. Well, yeah, you live up there in the art and the tundra. You and Jeff. No, this is all right though. I'm very interested in seeing, the last couple of pages seem very Inner-John related, so I'm very curious in where that's gonna go. So yeah, I think it only has maybe one more issue before Scarlet wraps up, because I know G.I. Joe starts in October or November.
The fact that they're hiding secrets from Storm Shadow or Shadow Storm, whatever it is.
Storm Shadow, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to find this weapon, whatever. They tell he goes down there, and then she's like, well, no, it's really upstairs. Let's go here. And it's so they can secretly talk for a little bit and stuff. I'm thinking he's got the sword down. I'm thinking ooh, I wonder. And whenever he's like, yeah, I know you're a traitor the whole other time. As soon as she arrived into the village, she's like, how cliche is it going to be?
We'll see. I am also reading Blood Squad number 7. This is I think this actually was last week. I don't know how this got lumped in with this.
Yeah, that was last week's.
My reading is I barely I just got to read some of
Flash
last week's.
Gordon was last week's too, and it's apparently popped up again.
But this was good though. I think the first arc has wrapped up. The team went after the Renegade Ripcord, which is this guy right here. Turned out to be a serial killer, so the team had to go after him and put him down. It's all right. Compared to the other Image book I'm reading, Free Agents, this one's a little bit more political. Not right versus left, but it almost has like a Jason Bourne quality to it.
Spy thriller type
Spy
thing.
thriller, yeah, to have Winter Soldier, something like that. So if you like that kind of thing and you still like superheroes, this is one I would recommend. It's really good. Joe Casey doing the writing on that. This one I was surprised by. I kind of picked this one up just on a whim. I wasn't planning to. And Venkman, you should look into this one. What if Donald Duck became?
I saw it's out, but I'm like, I really don't care for what ifs so much.
This is not really a what if. This is set in like Duckburg, because Donald's taking his nephews to a Norwegian archaeology site to dig up Viking relics. And that's where he finds the walking stick that turns him into Thor. And there's ducks from Saturn that want to come and they can turn everything to rocks. And listen, I dare you to read through this and not hear Donald Duck's voice in your head through the whole book. It's pretty funny.
And you're gonna find out that he's part of a new Avengers team.
No, not in this. No, it's very simple. It's a one-shot story.
I know.
They do have another one coming out where Minnie Mouse turns into Miss Marvel.
I wouldn't put it past Marvel.
So at the end of the years, they're gonna have a what if Avengers. Because they've been teasing it, remember?
This was pretty funny though. The art's good. It's like that classic Disney comic art. It was it's pretty fun for the $5. I mean, that's Disney pricing for you. Next up, we've got Rook Exodus number 5. This is the world building in this. I mean, you guys talked about it. It's fantastic. I kind of almost I wanted to get a little emotional at one point in here too, just with the pig. I mean, geez. But
no, it's not a pig.
You know what I mean. I'm not looking to spoil it. But no, this was really good though. I'm really enjoying this. Ivan Rice's or Jason Fabok, not Ivan Rice. Jason Fabok's art is just killer. Crushing it he is. Here's the other Image book. This is Free Agents. This is issue number 3. They brought in Superstar, who I guess was another Image superhero character. I guess he gets more powerful based off like people give him praise or energy and it makes him more powerful. So it's really funny because one of the Free Agents, he's this like little kid who turns into a giant rock monster and he loves Superstar. He like idolizes him. So when they go to fight, even though he's fighting him, because he loves Superstar so much, he makes Superstar more and more powerful. So it's pretty interesting. And then Radiant Black is tying into this. He shows up at the very end of this. So Image is doing their own little superhero universe. It's pretty cool. Just like, and this is only 3 issues in, and they're just bringing all these different characters and teams together. So it's pretty interesting. Then we got this is an old one too. This one snuck in here. That's Redcoat number 5. That's last week. It's good. That's last week though. We're not talking about last week. Number 2 is Ultimates number 4. This is the best issue so far, I think, of Ultimates. Just the layout of the storytelling, the pacing, the panels even. I mean, it's all just wonderfully laid out. The best one so far.
Nice.
Really, really love this. And then my number 1 book is JSA number 11. This is the one that most reminds me of Jeff Johns' earlier run in the early 2000s. This one kind of hit the sweet spots that one had. He brought, just this interactions between certain characters. It just felt like I was reading part of that earlier run. I actually like what they did with Huntress at the end. Because I wasn't digging the vibe that was going on with her being in the present day too much. So I kind of like what they ended up doing with her. But the art is good. I'm glad it wasn't Michael Janin. I'm not a huge fan of that guy's art style. The guy that got doing this one, he did a really good job, especially the battle scenes between the Legion and the JSA were really, really good. Also, they drew Dawnstar in the classic outfit. They didn't like skimp on the V-neck or anything. That was not expected, but kudos to them. So yeah, this is my number one book of the week.
Cool.
You held up a red coat.
Yeah,
that wasn't last week, was it?
I'm pretty sure this was last week, wasn't it?
It was last week's.
It was last week's. He's got the cover B cover.
I had several comics that I wasn't able to read last week when I got the books. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
Redcoat was one. Blood Squad 7 was one. Superman, I didn't get to read that until today. That's another one.
I don't remember you reviewing that last week.
He wasn't here last week with us.
I wasn't here last week.
I don't remember you reviewing it.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it.
Because I didn't get it.
I didn't get.
So that came out the same week as the Frankenstein?
Yeah, I think so.
Hang on, I'm reading it right now. Maybe. Yeah, no, so Superman and Redcoat and Blood Squad, like those came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Last week was Aliens and Avengers and Rocketeer, Nemesis, and Void Rivals. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Popeye, Nemesis,
Popeye,
yeah. Void Rivals.
I'm just really far behind.
Yeah, they came out with Nightclub. That's what. Yeah, and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Nightclub. Yep, that's another one.
Good book.
Very good.
Alrighty.
Very pleased with the way that turned out.
Speaking of books that are late, Batman '89 Echoes #4 it's supposed to come out next week.
That series hadn't wrapped up yet.
They started a new chapter called Echoes. So this is the one. Well, it's the same one. This is a second volume. This is with the Harley Quinn story.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and I'm scared because it shows someone dressed up as Batman Beyond. So I'm hoping it's not the Dick Grayson.
Interesting.
In the costume, but Gotham by Gaslight, Garfield #2 is out. Prodigy, Transformers, the Black Panther, New Moon Knight, and then there's Venom. It's my pull list.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so
did anyone get the Superman versus Muhammad Ali last week?
No, I saw it, but that thing was going for some money though.
So my shop has it. It has a foil cover.
Yeah, I grabbed the foil cover, and I know I've said this before. I didn't pay attention to the price on the cover, and I mean it's right there,
$15,
$16.99.
Oh, and
I was just like, and I was complaining to somebody about it. They're like, "Dude, it's right there on the cover. You weren't paying attention." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I'm so mad." But it's really cool. But it's just like, I paid $17 for something that I could have gotten for.
I would rather them just create an omnibus so I can just have a giant all of the crossovers. You know? But $16 is kind of pricey. The only one I pulled the trigger on was the Demon.
I have that one too.
Yeah, that was the first one they released. Now, are they gonna? No. Here's the question: they can't do the Batman versus Superman though? But if that came out, the Batman versus Superman, or not Batman versus Superman, but the Spider-Man versus Superman, if that first one came out, they release that first one again and release it, I will pick it up. I'll pay $15 for it. But anyway, so we got people watching here. 13 people watching here.
What are y'all doing?
We got Undead Glinzer's here. We did Jackson Roykirk, yes. And I think Jay, and then MK was here. I think that's the only people who are actually talking in the chat. There is no one else. Now 12.
But also, Roykirk is also looking for his probe, checking in on that.
What?
Looking for a probe?
His probe. Roy Kirk. It's from a Star Trek episode with a probe.
Y'all in Star Trek, man.
Star Trek probing. Now I know why people like it.
That's not for me.
I didn't
It's
say
not.
probing. I said probe. That's Mars and the probing. Different thing, man. Different thing.
I don't know. Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5. Farscape's better than all of them.
Firefly is better than all of them.
Heck, some of the hot babes that I saw on V, I'd rather go watch V instead.
Oh, yeah, the original.
I remember V.
I
remember
remember
V.
Jane Batter, her name was. Oh, I had such a thing for her.
Wait, the original V or the remake?
The original.
The original.
Oh, okay. I remember the remake.
No, that woman was hot. That woman was smoking hot. The one that played the Jane Batter.
Something.
Badler.
Huh?
I think there's an L in there.
Oh, maybe you may be right.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck MK's talking about. I'm imagining he's talking about something with Mortal Kombat fatality.
Mortal Kombat?
Do you mean Skeletor? Who the heck is Sector?
Sector.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, hey, and Bryn,
No,
were you Colonel Deering, or Princess Ardala in Buck Rogers?
Oh, please. We didn't. Yeah. What was the first person? What were the two choices?
Colonel Deering or Princess Ardala, the princess.
Well, we didn't used to have the princess reports on the auction.
We had the Wilma
That's true.
reports.
We should have had the Barbara Feldon report.
I had no. I'm all
It's never going to be a thing, Zach.
From the original battle, the Buck Rogers, the Princess Ardala, I think her name was. I'm all team for her, man. She was smoking, better looking than Wilma Deering. But you know,
Aaron Gray was a smoke show.
It's not me this week. It's not me.
Aaron Gray was the girl you could take home to mom, she probably was a freak. Just saying.
I'm not saying she wasn't good looking. I'm just saying the other one was better looking. That's all.
I don't know.
He preferred Daphne. We preferred Velma. There's no wrong answer. That's all I have to say.
Nobody cared for Shaggy or Scooby. He was always
no, they preferred each other. That's just
Now that I think about that, Rook is pretty much Shaggy and Scooby now. With Boomba.
The Rook? Well, I don't know. Well, maybe.
Insightfulness.
Happy Days, MK. I never caught on to Three's Company. I know that was in it for a while, but Happy Days was superior.
Zach will always be our Mr. Furley for us.
Happy Days was the one. Happy Days was the show that launched about a half dozen spinoffs.
Well, yeah,
Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy,
yeah.
Tony and what was the other one? Tony and Chachi. Joni Loves Chachi. Thank you. That's
that was the best one.
That's the modern audience version. And there was something called Blansky's Beauties also.
Yeah.
Okay.
For like 4 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
That
Who
was
doesn't love Joni Loves
Shirley,
Chachi?
but it's still the same tree.
Yeah. Scott Baio, ever since he went conservative, he's just kind of dropped up out of sight. I don't see him anymore. He used to be on social media.
He still is.
Yeah.
He's on Fox every once in a while. He and Kevin Sorbo.
Because I know Sorbo pops up my Twitter feed. I was following Scott Baio. Scott Baio must have got banned on Twitter or something like.
Or maybe he just doesn't tweet.
I thought Ralph Macchio had gone conservative. I saw him on like one of Steven Crowder's episodes before like Cobra Kai was a huge thing. I think maybe it just had.
If he is, he's kept his mouth shut and being smart because he's got a good show going on and he wants.
All right, so we got Jackson saying, "I call your Happy Days bullshit." And I say All in the Family launch a ton of spinoffs too.
All in the Family. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not. He's not wrong.
Guys are fighting over
exactly. Yeah.
Maude. Good Times, which is a spinoff of Maude. So that's that tree. There might have been another one too.
I don't know. My favorite show was
Hey, do you know what the Jeffersons? Do you know what the Jeffersons?
Sanford and Son is my favorite show.
You know what the Jeffersons connection to Guns N' Roses is?
No.
Don't say something stupid. Please don't stupid jokes here.
Nope. No joke. This is an actual fact. You can look it up. The neighbor who was married to the white guy. What is her name?
Roxy Roker.
Roxy Roker. I'm fairly sure that is Slash's mother. And she's also
Mork and Mindy, MK.
She was also actually married to a white guy in real life.
Honestly, the funniest Robin Williams has ever. He peaked with Mork and Mindy. That is his most hysterical stuff. Everything else is downhill from there.
Well, I would say even Mork and Mindy was downhill towards the end.
He's got a lot of good stuff. Like, there's good movies, but Mork and Mindy, I think, was his.
Until they brought in this stupid guy to be their adult kid, the show was great.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, then it just went. It's
every show. As soon as they introduce a child character, when they do that, it typically the show is going right towards the end.
Pretty much like they did with the nephew and what's the
Brady Bunch?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to.
The nephew and the Brady Bunch is one. The little girl in the Cosby Show was one.
They did that with
There was a little boy that they adopted at the latter end of like Family Matters. Like any show that has kids, like as soon as they bring in a brand new child actor, you have to be on alert because that means that it's about to wrap up.
They also did that with what's the Peg Bundy, the Bundys.
Oh, Married with Children?
Yeah, they had one on for about a year or so, and they just pretended they didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Say what now?
They had a young kid the year that Katie Seagal was pregnant, so she wasn't on the show. Kept saying that she was off doing something.
Yeah,
like a nephew was there for a season, and then they all.
I have no recollection of that.
I think they were trying to get that to happen. But see, and Marania actually backed me up on this one. That Lenny. Oh, that's Lenny. Was Lenny Kravitz? I thought that was a Slash.
Slash's mom was someone named Ola Hudson.
No idea about that.
I knew Roxy Roker was mother of some famous rock and roll person, but I thought it was. I could have sworn it was Slash, but guess I'm wrong. It happens every once in a while.
just every once in a while.
Yes.
Yep. But alrighty. So I think we'll call it here. I know Eric wants to go watch some football. I gotta finish watching Dynamite from last night. But anyway, the guys, if you haven't already done so, you know the drill. Do the Ko-Fi dance here. Go. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It means a lot. Also, thank you. Also, check out the Ko-Fi link here at https://kofi.com/Palpatine. Every dollar helps us read more comics and helps Zach show up more.
Yeah, what was I even doing Tuesday? Oh yeah, I was helping somebody move. That's what I was doing. That's
yeah,
right.
you chose physical pain over being here.
Did you actually get any pizza or beer from it, or what?
No, but I got chicken tenders. Really good chicken tenders.
How's it going? You're kind of late here. We're kind of wrapping up towards the end here. Best TV comic book covers?
Damn it. He already put the thing up.
I know. I never said I was hosting anything, though. So he's great. He created a link for thinking that I was...
What's the covers tonight?
No, we're not
going to covers. But...
No. Oh, there are no covers tonight? No.
Because he's out with the missus and LK's watching football, and I wasn't going to do anything.
I see.
He created a live stream for some reason.
Bum, 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 bum.
Let's go over there for about a half an hour.
Sure, I'll go over there. We'll say hello and then we'll leave.
Shoot the
Bye. Psych. Just kidding.
That's why we were kind of like going a little longer here on tonight, because I wasn't planning on doing anything for the rest of the night. But anyway, scared Baba.
Hey, 64 ounces of water. I'm trying to drink one of these things every day.
What do you what's the kid from Demon Slayer? What's his name?
No, it's Luffy. It's One Piece.
No, the kid.
That's not him. There he is.
Are you caught up in Demon Slayer?
No, not even close.
They're doing a training there. Yeah, so he was drinking water. So he had to drink a giant jug like that, and it's I kept thinking of this past couple of episodes. But
Oh, that's funny.
dude, it's gotten so much better now.
I wanna get back into it and check it out. I just hadn't had time.
You should check it out.
Check it out. One day.
Yeah, one day after One Piece.
After One Piece, there was nothing after One Piece.
What's up?
The song that I was thinking of wasn't the Beastie Boys. It was I'll have to look it up. I'll let you guys know about it later. Next time I'm on.
The next time you're on. All right.
Yes.
So we'll see you there in a month then, right?
Actually,
Has it
I
been
need
a month?
I need to talk to you about him about next week after we get off.
Well, you could do that in your own time. I don't need to know about that.
I mean, off the air.
Oh. All right, guys. I will see you guys later, and we'll be going around. I love comics for a little bit, just to hang out and just say we were there. And then we're gonna do whatever we need to do. But later.
Bye,
See you guys later.
everybody.